Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of the Las Vegas Advisor Weekly Update with Anthony and Andrew. Today is Thursday, September 29th, and as we end this month, Anthony's on a bit of a deadline, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna make this update. It's gonna be a little bit different.
Yep.
I'm a deadline with the Las Vegas Advisor newsletter, which I have to do every month, and we're very close on that. But we really didn't have time to put the show together, so we're going to run a something we've done in the past, right? We're going to run one of our videos from before.
Yeah, we're going to run one of our favorite videos when we first got together and started making videos. So it's kind of nostalgic. It's kind of fun.
It's kind of funny to watch, to be honest with you.
It is pretty funny to watch.
We'll talk about that in a minute. But no, we're not going to have. And you know what? Kind of just, I don't know why it worked out this way, but there really wasn't a lot of news this week anyway.
Right.
So there wasn't a lot to talk about. So, it's not like we're really missing much.
But this weekend you are going to the Blackjack Hall of Fame ball.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing is that I've got this deadline here, and then I've got the Blackjack ball.
Right.
And it's the 25th anniversary, and it's going to be a big shindig, man. They're going to hold it in the Ruvo Center, which is like this really posh place here in Vegas. It's a black tie, affair. I've got to go run around and find a black tie somewhere.
Okay.
All
right.
I'm going to try to do all this in a day and a half. So that's why we're going to make this a real quickie here and then hit you up with something else.
Okay. Well, do you want to tell us a little bit about the Blackjack Ball and how you got involved in it?
Well, the Blackjack Ball was started, 25 years ago because it's the 25th anniversary. A little more than 25 years because we actually missed one because of the pandemic. So I guess probably 26 years ago. And there were an inaugural 7 people were put into the Hall of Fame. People like Edward Thorpe, who started it all with Beat the Dealer, Peter Griffin, who is one of my authors and wrote the book Theory of Blackjack, Arnold Snyder, Stanford Wong, Ken Houston, people like that.
Yeah.
And some of them are no longer with us, and some of them are. Ed Thorpe is actually going to be on a Zoom call because he's not coming in because he has COVID concerns because he's older. But there's going to be just some of the biggest names in Blackjack are all going to be there. I think there are less than 30 members, basically one a year, and less than 30 members in the Hall of Fame. And I was the most recent one to be put in, and I will not be the most recent one as of Saturday when we will nominate and elect somebody new.
Okay. And what qualifies you to get into the Blackjack Hall of Fame?
It's a vote. I mean, what they do is there's X number of people, the Hall of Fame, the people who are in the Hall of Fame already, and they happen to be all guys right now. So the guys who are in the Hall of Fame, who are alive, put together the roster of the people who are under consideration, and then everybody who is a professional player who is at the ball gets a vote. Okay. So, I mean, if you go in and you're a pro and you've got a date, your date doesn't get to vote. Right. But the pros all vote, and it's all a matter of who they put into the hall and who we decide on collectively, democratically.
And how much do you have to make in your career as a blackjack player to be nominated?
Well, to be nominated, it really you don't have to, because, I mean, one of the guys in there is the attorney, Bob Nersessian, who was the attorney for many, many of the blackjack players. Now, he's not a professional player, but he did enough for blackjack that he is in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay. So that's just a small consideration as the money. Okay.
Most of them are players. Okay. Most of the people who are in it are players who have made a lot of money, who have done things, on the player side of the table. But you don't necessarily have to be to do it. This year, there's a good chance that a woman gets in. There's a couple of females are nominated, and we'll see.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're not doing a jackpot of the week this week.
Well, we're gonna do a jackpot of the week because you hit for 40,000, right?
Yes, I hit for 40,000 a royal flush on Ultimate X.
40,000
pennies.
All right, Andrew.
Yeah.
40,000 pennies, $400.
Yeah, $400. Nice win. My girlfriend and I, we were playing together. We were playing penny Ultimate X at the Palms.
All right, great. Show them the picture. Not bad, not bad, not
Pretty
bad.
cool, yeah.
Ultimate X, fun game. We've talked about it a lot. So anyway, okay, the video we're going to show.
This one is the abbreviated basic strategy video where you were teaching me how to play blackjack, specifically for bar blackjack, like what you're looking for when you go to a bar and you play for drinks. And I think we played for some drinks that day.
Yeah, we were already drinking. You can kind of tell when you watch it. This, folks, when you're watching this, remember, this is one of our first ones ever.
Yeah.
Right? This is well over a year ago.
Yeah.
And
my editing wasn't as good, you know.
My presentation wasn't too good. I mean, but I'll tell you what, the information is solid.
Yeah.
So we've got 6 rules. It's called abbreviated basic strategy. This is what you should start, what you should learn if you're going to play blackjack anywhere, on a table or in a bar. Mm-hmm. It was put together by me and one of the guys I've already mentioned, Peter Griffin. Mm-hmm. Griffin and I were hanging out one day, and I said, let's put together a basic strategy, something really quick, 5 or 6 rules. And Griffin says, yeah, this is the order. And we've always used that as the abbreviated basic strategy.
Okay.
So check it out.
Right. And now I know it. It took me a little while, but now I know it.
And you can have some fun watching us kind of stumble around a little bit.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for this week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you with a new update next week.
Hang out for the video. It's coming up.
Hey everybody, it's Anthony and Andrew, and we are here at the Crown and Anchor in the wild, and today we are going to be playing video blackjack. We have some beers, and since we're in the middle of the pandemic, we're masked, but when you have beers at a bar, you are allowed to remove the mask.
Yes, we want to be socially respectful, and we want to follow the rules, and that's what we're doing, right?
Yep.
I think.
Now we're here and we're going to be playing video blackjack. One of the cool things for me is that I'm learning how to play blackjack. I think I know what I'm doing, but I'm here with Anthony, who happens to be a Hall of Fame blackjack player. So I'm going to play my hands to the best of my ability, but Anthony's going to let me know when I'm making some mistakes or how I can play better according to basic strategy.
Yeah, here's a couple of things to lead this off before we start playing. We're playing bar blackjack, which is different from regular blackjack. The rules tell you why it's different. So let's take a quick look. If you dig in here, you can take a look, and it says the main thing is that blackjack pays 2-4-1. Now you might look at that and go, wow. In a regular blackjack game, it pays 3-2, and 2-1 is better than 3-2. But this does not say 2-1. It says 2-4-1. 2-4-1 means 1-2-1, which means even money. Now, are you following that? I mean, what it means is that instead of getting 3-2 or better, you're getting even money on blackjack. That is a huge disadvantage for you, on the order of about 2.3%. So starting right off the bat, playing blackjack in a bar is not as good as playing blackjack in a casino, or better put, playing blackjack on a machine is usually not as good as playing live blackjack in a casino. Still, when you're talking about 2.3% and some of the other rules here, you're still looking at only about a 3% advantage for the bar or the casino or whatever, which is, as good or better than anything you're going to get on video poker. So typically when you start to play blackjack, you want to learn what's called basic strategy, which is the best way to play your hand without counting cards or having any other information. We're going to go a step back. We want to kind of walk before we run here. And we're going to use something called an abbreviated basic strategy. This is what I'm going to teach Andrew. This is what I'm going to drill into Andrew's head. An abbreviated basic strategy. 6 rules. You think you can remember 6 rules?
I think I can.
All right. Rule number 1. This has to do with splitting pairs. Always split 8s and aces. You get 8s, you get a pair of aces, you split them. Rule number 2. Double down 10 or 11 against 2 through 9. All right, simple. Okay, rule number 3 and 4, these are the important ones. It's about what you have in your hand versus what the dealer has. If you have 12 through 16, that's called a stiff. So if you have a stiff hand, 12 through 16, you look at what the dealer has. If the dealer has a high card, 7 through ace, you hit. High card hit. Rule number 4, if you have a stiff hand, 12 through 16, the dealer has a low card, 2 through 6, you stand. One easy way to think about it is high hit, low leave, or stand. All right, 12 through 16, dealer high, hit, dealer low, leave, or stand. This one seems obvious, but we're going to say it. Stand on 17 or above, and that includes soft totals, except for soft 17. You hit all soft 17s, and rule number 6 is never take insurance. We'll talk about insurance later. It's a bad play. Don't do it. I don't care if you got a blackjack or not. You don't do it. 6 rules.
Okay, I think I got the 6 rules. One rule that you've told me in the past is never play without your player's card. So let's get that player's card in there, and we are going to rack up some points here and play some blackjack at the Crown and Anchor.
Okay, you're playing. I'm watching.
All right, and we're playing $1 a hand, and we'll see how we do. Now,
Stand on all 17s. Look, the dealer has an ace. What a surprise.
this is the first thing that we talked about. This is one of the rules.
What a surprise. Yeah, stand on all 17s or higher.
Okay, so we're going to stand, and
We lose.
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. 18 against the 3, very
Easy.
simple.
We push.
Okay. 13 against the 10, I believe I'm supposed to hit.
Okay, that's one of our rules. We have a stiff card. All right, we're 12. We have a stiff hand. We're 12 through 16. We look at the dealer's hand. The dealer is high, so we do what?
We hit.
We hit. High hit until you have at least 17 yourself.
Okay,
Okay,
we
we
bust.
busted.
Queen 5 against the Jack, that's an easy hit. 18 stand, and we push. Okay, 12 against the 13. This one's always tricky to me because I
All
want to
right.
hit.
This is an interesting one because
yeah.
we're talking about an abbreviated basic strategy right now. And I said, when the dealer is low, you leave or you stand. There's actually, in real basic strategy, you would hit a 12 against a 3, but we're going to stick with what we're supposed to do. We're actually one of the few times you might ever see me make a non-optimal play because we're making a point here. So you're going to stand on that 12.
Okay, let's see if we can get the dealer to bust.
No,
Not this time, but that's okay. 14 against a 7, I believe I hit.
that's right. High
Okay.
card hit.
Blackjack, that doesn't
Have
count.
we won a hand yet?
Not yet. No, we haven't won a hand.
All right,
Okay.
this would be a double down in regular basic strategy, but on video blackjack, you can't double soft hands most of the time.
Right.
This is called a soft total. You got an ace and a 5. The ace can be 1 or 11, so that's a 6 or 16. That's called a soft total. Normally that would be a double against a 6. All we can do is hit it now.
Okay, so it is a hit because sometimes I get confused when I see that the dealer has a 6. I kind of say to myself, well, unless I have under 12, then I'm not going to take the hit
Well,
because
you-
he's got a 6. It's a
You-
bus card.
You do have under 12. You have only 6.
Right,
So it
okay.
can be 16 or 6.
Okay.
So you are, your thinking is correct, but you are under 12 with the 6.
Okay.
So you got a free hit here. All right, now we have a 13. Now we have a hard 13. That can be nothing but a 13. So now we go back to our rule. If you have 2 through 6, a 12 through 13, you look at the dealer card. The dealer is low, so we stand. We leave.
Okay,
All
so
right?
13 against a 6 is a stand for the player.
That's a stand.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my goodness, the dealer busted.
and we won.
Amazing. We won a
And
hand.
we won. Should we let it ride?
Yeah.
It gives you an option to let it ride on here. Is that
Let it ride.
Like-
That's a discussion for another time. Right now, we're going to pretend that isn't there.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna keep playing.
we're
the
going to
hands
keep our
right now.
consistent bet? Okay, 18 against the 2. We stand.
Obvious. Dealer busted again. 2 in a row. What's that all about?
We're getting on a streak.
Blackjack for the dealer. Can't do anything about that.
Okay.
All right. We have now. This is a soft 19. So this is either 9 or 19. We stand on everything over 17. Remember one of our rules.
Yeah.
Stand on 17 or above, except soft 17. That's a stand regardless of what the of what the dealer has.
Right, and in my kind of like beginning blackjack mind, I would say anytime I have a 19, I'm probably going to stand soft or hard because it's a good.
Like almost 100% of the time.
Okay. Well, here we go, and we are winner chicken dinner. Now here's a cool one. This is one I think people wonder about a lot because you're showing a 10. You have the opportunity to double down, but the dealer's showing a 10 as well.
Okay, remember rule number 2
Okay.
is you double down 10 and 11 against 2 through 9.
Okay.
All right, this is a 10.
Right.
So we don't double. That's just
Right.
that's just a hit.
But my
Now,
finger's
remember-
so tempted to double because I have the opportunity to double, but that's not the right play.
Right, you have to remember that basic strategy and the abbreviated basic strategy that we're playing right now is based on computer runs and computer analysis that tells you the exact way to play. What we're playing now is not completely optimal, but if we were playing real basic strategy, we would still only hit a 10 against a dealer 10.
Okay.
So this is a hit.
Okay, so it's just a hit, not a double. I'm going to take the hit, and good thing because now we got to take another hit.
Exactly.
We're showing a 12 against a jack. That's always a hit.
And by not doubling down, we preserve our right to hit again if we get a lousy card, which we just did.
Right, correct. Okay, so here we go. We take that other hit. We busted, but he was showing a 20. So,
Exactly.
we're playing right. And I think That's primarily what this is about. A 6 against a 6, I know I'm going to take the hit because it's a free hit. Now I got a 16 against a...
Against the dealer's small card, so that's a stand.
Right, so that's a stand, and hopefully he busts, which he does.
Here's what you got to think about here, Andrew, and here's why these rules are in place. The reason basic strategy is what it is because computers have figured this out, and that's why we do it.
Right.
But if you want to think of a logical way to do it, everything you don't see, think of it as a high card. Think of it, and make it even easier. Think of it as being a 10.
Okay.
So if you got a 16, he's got a 6, you figure he's also got a 16 and let him take the 10, and that's what just happened.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we keep going. There we go. 19 against a 19.
Soft 19, we're going to stand. The rules tell us no matter what, we stand on that.
Yep.
Oh,
it's okay. You accidentally hit. I saw it.
Oh my God. All right,
but that's okay.
That one will cut out.
Well, this is an opportunity to say sometimes you will hit a bad button on video anything. Video poker, video blackjack. Always make sure to hold your cards. Always make sure that when you're about to hit, that it's the right time to hit.
Yeah, it didn't make any difference, but that was a mistake on my part.
Okay. One last hand for this session. We got a 15 against a 17. I think it's a hit.
It's a hit.
And it's a bust, but that's okay because we're playing proper strategy. All right, and we are back. That was so much fun. I had a great time at the Crown and Anchor. But Anthony, for the people at home, can you summarize what we have just seen a little bit earlier?
Yeah, what we just watched is one level of playing blackjack expertly, and it's really only level 2 of what I like to think of as 5 levels. Level 1 is playing by the seat of your pants, right?
Which was fun. I had a great time.
Right, which you've done, all of your life up to this point. You've never done any study, but there's been studies that have shown that when you play like that, typically you're playing at about a 1.4, maybe 1.5% disadvantage from playing a basic strategy game, which we'll talk about in a second. Level 2 is the way to get to basic strategy, perfect basic. That's what we play, the abbreviated basic strategy. Now, 6 rules. I mean, was that too tough?
It wasn't too tough, and I got to tell you, when I go to the bar now, I kind of feel like a ninja because every time I have a decision to make, and I'm like, oh, I know what to do. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you feel like a ninja compared to what you were.
Exactly.
So, more like a ninja, maybe. Next you want to go, level 3 is the complete basic strategy. Now that's a little bit more complicated.
Yeah.
And it takes maybe, 6 to 8 hours to learn that. We're going to talk about that at some point. People out there who want to get to it faster, we sell that card for $6.99 at LasVegasAdvisor.com. So, it's there if anybody wants it. Level 4, that's when we get into card counting.
Okay.
That's where we're, that's what you've read about. That's what you've seen in the movies,
right.
the whole
MIT, thing. The movie 21.
Yes.
Got it.
That takes a lot more work, a lot more study. And then there's a level 5, which literally is beyond counting. And, you're getting into other techniques.
How do you get beyond counting?
Well, that's something we'll talk about in the future, but I mean, there's
cliffhanger.
There's shuffle tracking, there's hole carding, there are many different kinds of plays that you can do that the pros use, and we'll get to that at some point.
All right, well, that sounds like fun. If you like what you saw today and you want to download the abbreviated basic strategy, go to LasVegasAdvisor.com homepage, and you can download it there for free.
Or just hit the link in the description below this video.
Yep. Lots of places to get it. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and we'll see you on the next video.